The Indian Defence Ministry has released a press release stating that a technical malfunction in the course of a routine maintenance had led to the accidental firing of a missile on 9th March that later landed inside Pakistan, and noted that the incident is deeply regrettable. The Defence Ministry has said that the Indian government has taken a serious view of the incident and has ordered a high-level court of inquiry. A top national security analyst has said that the accidental firing of the unarmed Brahmos missile reportedly took place during an audit by Directorate of Air Staff Inspection at an Indian Air Force base. A high-level investigation is on that will surely fix the responsibility and will lead to a review of the standard operating procedure and inbuilt precautions. As far as reverse engineering is concerned, the Brahmos missile was completely destroyed. A retired military official has said that as the metal cutting for the first AMCA prototype has started, the first flight of the AMCA is planned for 2024, and series production is slated to begin in 2030, but the Aeronautical Development Agency is confident on compressing the time frame, and after 4 years of flight testing, it is confident to start production in 2028. The Indian Air Force have committed to procure 40 AMCA Mark I fighters and 100 AMCA Mark II fighters. That could be followed with some units of the unmanned variant of AMCA. The Ministry of Defence has identified 14 platforms for design and development under Make 1 category by the Indian industry that will get 70% government funding, and the projects include hypersonic glide vehicle, directed energy weapons of 300 kilowatt and more, high-powered electromagnetic railgun, naval ship-borne unmanned aerial system, lightweight tank, self-healing minefields, unmanned autonomous artificial intelligence-based land robot, 127mm naval gun and its 127mm guided projectile, electric propulsion engines for naval ships, standoff airborne jammer, lithium-ion cells for portable high-capacity energy systems, communication systems, electro-optical pod with high-resolution sensing, plug-and-play housing infrastructure for soldiers posted at extreme altitudes. The Ministry of Defence has said that both the Indian multi-role helicopter and high-altitude long-endurance unmanned aerial vehicle projects will be developed in collaboration with the DRDO under the Special Purpose Vehicle model like the AMCA program, in which private players will have a majority stake, and 90% of the funding will come from the Government of India. Hale plans to conduct the first flight of Indian multi-role helicopter in 2025, while the DRDO has already started work on high-altitude long-endurance class UAV, for which it already has issued tenders for assembly of the prototype in 2021. The Defence Ministry has identified anti-jamming systems for multiple platforms under the Make 2 category that will be funded completely by local industry with assured procurement orders. The Ministry of Defence has released a request for information for procurement of 7 rigid hull boats for the Indian Navy, and the document reveals that it will be fitted with an universal weapon mounts at forward deck, capable of at least 225-degree operations with ballistic shield level 3 for operator protection. It will feature low-power radar, auto-identification system, echo sounder, electro-optical sight display. It will have an overall length of 11 meters, a maximum speed of at least 40 knots, an endurance of 300 kilometers with maximum payload, adequate ballistic protection, motorized retractable and steerable wheels, and must have a carriage capacity of 12 armed personnel with battle loads. The third Joint Defence Industry and Logistics Committee meeting between India and Philippines was held yesterday in New Delhi, and this comes at a time when both countries have vowed to expand security and defence cooperation. Apart from the recently signed Brahmos export deal, Philippines is looking to buy 7 maritime variant of Dhruv Advanced Light Helicopters Mark III and 8 Dornier 228 aircraft worth 3,000 crore rupees, and further orders could follow if both these platforms give high serviceability rates. Pakistan has formally inducted the first batch of 6 Chinese-built J-10C fighter jets during an induction ceremony that was also attended by the Chinese ambassador. Pakistan has also received the 145 km range PL-15E beyond visual range missiles from China, but this export variant missile lacks home on jam mode.